from Energy for Life here. A bit of a longer sequence here if you've got a bit more time to play with. And we're going to start as usual in our child's pose. So if you come down onto the mat with your knees nice and wide, shuffle the hips back, reach the heart forward, and then come down onto the chest. Forehead to the earth, and just gently melting your heart down to the earth. 3 breaths here. Take a really full deep breath in. And a long breath out. Breathing in right to the depths of your lungs. And taking as much time as you can to slowly exhale. One more deep inhale. Exhale, pressing the heart down. And then pull your belly in and up. We'll rise up into our all fours position. Hands on the shoulders, knees under hips. Moving to your cat and cow. Inhale to lift the chest, the tail and the gaze, cow pose. And then exhale, rounding through the spine for cat pose. Keep that going. Inhale, moving forward. And exhale, rounding away. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to the neutral spine on your breath in. And then the right hand rises to the sky. Inhale, so sweep it out to the side, rise up. Just pause there while you pull both shoulders back. See if you can open a little more. And then thread that hand underneath, left arm and left leg. Thread the needle, you can take that right shoulder down to the earth. Maybe pop up onto the fingertips of that left hand and gently start to roll the left shoulder back into the sky. If you want a little more, you can take that hand up, gently open a little more. We'll take another full deep breath in and release left hand down on the breath out. Right hand to the sky. Inhale, sweep it up even further and to all fours, exhale. Left hand to the sky, reach up, breath in. Pause there. As you breathe in again, get a little further. And sweep underneath, exhale. Let the shoulder rest, let the neck release. And then pop onto the fingertips of the right hand and gently start to roll back. Maybe even gaze into the sky. If you want a little more, that right hand will rise up to the sky. Roll the shoulder back. Take a deep breath in. And then right hand down to the earth, breath out. Left hand up to the sky. Inhale to sweep up and open. And back to your all fours on your exhale. Coming to our downward facing dog. Stretch your hands forward, tuck your toes, rise the hips. And take any gentle little pedals that feel good. So one heel at a time down towards the earth. Just give yourself a little bit of time there. Wriggle and roll as you need. And then we'll take a gentle walk of the feet all the way to the top of the mat. So lots of little steps. When you get their feet to hip width distance, press the feet, take a halfway lift, inhale, lengthen the heart forward, pull the belly in, and then bow yourself forward, exhale. Take the fingers and reach them around the big toe. Take a hook, take another halfway lift, inhale, and then bow yourself even deeper on the exhale. Start to draw the shoulders towards the back of the waist so you feel spacious around the neck. And any little shimmies that you need here, side to side wags and sways. And then once you feel a bit freer to the back of the legs, then you can start to pull on the toes and gently pull yourself a little deeper. Check the necks relax, let the head go. Take another breath in. Let yourself really sink on the exhale. And then gently release the feet. Take another halfway lift. Inhale to lengthen. Hands flat, step or jump your way back to your high plank and the breath out. Push yourself forward, take a breath in. For the first one, pop the knees down to the earth. And we'll slowly lower all the way to the earth. Keep the elbows above the wrists. Inhale to cobra, press the feet, pull the belly in, rise through the heart, and exhale back down. 2 more of those. Press the feet, pull the belly in, rise, not too much pressure through the hands, more strength through the core. Exhale to release. And then 1 more time. Back and belly does all the effort. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to release. Coming back to a high plank. Tuck the toes. Keep the knees down most probably. And then downward facing dog. Stretch it back. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Lift your heels. Breath in. Bend your knees. Breath out. Look forward. Step, walk, or jump to the front. Take a halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Breath in. And then bow yourself deeply on your breath out. Rise up to the sky. Inhale. Sweeping the arms forward gives more effort, more strength required for the core. And then sink through the hips for your Utkatasana. Try and keep the knees over the ankles here, so you're shuffling backwards. Keep the chest as lifted as possible. Try not to stick the tail out. Try and keep it long, really pulling belly into your lower back. Take a full breath in, and then sink a lot lower, breath out. Take another inhale, bow yourself forward, exhale to fold. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine, breath in. Step or maybe jump your way back to your high plank. Push yourself forward, inhale, and lower, exhale. So again, we go all the way down to the earth. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Press the feet, pull the belly in. Exhale, back to the earth. Back to high plank. Inhale, lifting up. And downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale. Starting to lengthen the breath. Lift the heels on your next inhale. Bend your knees. Exhale. Look forward, step or jump. Take a halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Breath in. Bow yourself forward, breath out. This time, big toes touch. Utkatasana again, sink the hips, lift the chest, and then come deeper again. Take another inhale. Bow yourself forward, exhale to fold. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Hands flat, step or jump your way back to your high plank. Push yourself forward, take a breath in. And lower, low plank or the earth. So amp it up or take it easier throughout as you need. Inhale to cobra. If you want more, up to up dog. Lift the thighs and the knees. And then back to low plank or the earth. High plank. Tuck the toes. And downward facing dog. Exhale. And take a deep breath in. Long breath out. 1 more round. Lift your heels. Inhale. Bend your knees, exhale, look forward, step or jump. Take a halfway lift, lengthen, pull the belly in. Bow yourself forward, exhale, a little deeper each time. Rise up to the sky, inhale, standing straight way up. And then hands to heart center, Utkatasana, twisting to the right hand side. Back to center, inhale, standing all the way up. And Utkatasana, twist to the left hand side. Back to center, inhale to reach up. Neutral Utkatasana, sink yourself deeply. Take another inhale. Bow yourself forward, exhale. Take a halfway lift, lengthen, breath in. Hands flat, step or jump your way back to your high plank, breath out. Push yourself forward, inhale. If you want it harder, come just to a low plank on your exhale. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And then back to low plank or the earth. High plank, breath in. And downward facing dog, breath out. We'll take a deep inhale. And a smooth exhale. Right leg rises to the sky. Inhale to sweep it up. Knee to nose, come forward, squeeze it in and pause there. See if you can bring them to touch, near nose, or get as close as possible. And then gently to step it far forward. We're going to take that back knee down to the earth for the first one. Rise up into crescent lunge. Inhale to reach up. And then bow forward, half Padmasana. Straighten that front leg and gently to bow. Back into low crescent. Inhale to lift hands to the sky. And just for the first one, pop the hands on the knee and use that help to slowly rise you up. Try and lift gently. Rise up to the sky. Inhale to your normal crescent. And from here, warrior 2, exhale. First time we're in warrior 2, so take your time to gently sink on down. See if you can get this front thigh parallel to the earth. And keep this back leg really strong and straight. Drive that back heel and the pinky toe edge into the earth. Take the front hand, flip it to the sky. Inhale, sweep up. And then cartwheel to the earth, exhale. Step it back for your high plank on your breath in. Forward and lower on the breath out. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Back to low plank with the earth. High plank, breath in. And downward facing dog, breath out. Left leg high, inhale to reach it up. Knee to nose, come forward, squeeze and hold. Bring the knee and the nose tightly together. And then step as far forward as you can. Back knee down, inhale, rising, heart and head. And then bow forward. Stick the tail behind you as you bow as much as you can. Back to a low crescent. Inhale to lift the hands. And then hands onto the knee. Just for the first one. While you gently protect. While you warm. Hands to the sky. Inhale. And then warrior 2. Exhale to sink down deeply. Give yourself a little shuffle here. Make sure you're not forward over the front thigh as well. Drive the heart back over the centre of the hips. And then soften the shoulders as well. Flip to the sky, sweep it up, inhale. Not just up, but back as well. And cartwheel down to the earth, exhale. Step it back for your high plank on your breath in. Forward and lower on the breath out. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Back to low plank on the earth. High plank, breath in. And downward facing dog, breath out. We'll take a deep breath in. Long breath out. And just to remind you of your options, come forward to your high plank. If you're wanting to take it easier, remember you can always take your knees to the earth as you come to your low plank. As you come to up dog, make sure you lift your knees. And then back to your low plank, toes tuck, knees down. High plank, breath in. And downward facing dog, breath out. Take another breath in. And a smooth breath out. And then one more to show you the easier option still. Forward to your high plank, knees down. Forward, and this time come all the way down to the earth. Inhale to cobra pose, pulling the belly in. Hover as high as you can without pressing into the hands. And then exhale to release. Back to your high plank. Inhale to lift up. And downward facing dog, exhale. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Right leg rises to the sky. Inhale to sweep it up. Knee to nose, come forward. Squeeze in as tightly as you can. And then step it far forward. High crescent lunge. Tuck the tail to rise. Inhale, firm your belly back to the spine. Warrior 2. Exhale to sink down deeply. Flip to the sky. Sweep up and back. Breath in. Cartwheel to the earth. Breath out. Anyone wanting more, hover that right leg as you step it back. And lower on the exhale. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Back to low plank of the earth. High plank, breath in. And downward facing dog, breath out. Left leg high, inhale to sweep up. Knee to nose, squeeze it in and step. Crescent lunge, tuck the tail, pull the belly in, helps to bend the back knee. Warrior 2, open it out, exhale. Flip to the sky, reach up, breath in. Cartwheel to the earth, breath out. If you did on the other side, hover the left leg and lower, exhale. Inhale to cobra, up dog. Back to low plank of the earth. High plank, breath in. And downward facing dog, breath out. Take a deep inhale. Long exhale. One more round. Right leg high, inhale. Knee to nose, come forward, squeeze and step, exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale, sweeping up. Warrior 2, opening it out, exhale. Flip to the sky, sweep up, breath in. Cartwheel to the earth, breath out. Step it back maybe to the hover, breath in. Lower on the breath out. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Low plank on the earth, exhale. High plank, breath in. And down dog, breath out. Left leg high, inhale. Knee to nose, squeeze and step. Rise up. Keep your hips low, but lift your heart high. Warrior two, sliding open. Flip to the sky, inhale. Cartwheel to the earth, exhale. Step it back, high plank, breath in. Forward and lower, breath out. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Back to low plank of the earth. High plank, breath in. And downward facing dog, breath out. Now breathe it, inhale. Exhale. Right leg to the sky, inhale to reach it up. Knee to nose, come forward, squeeze it in and step. Crescent lunge to rise, inhale, bending the back knee, remember. And then hands to heart center. See if you can roll your shoulders back, up and down. And then lean your heart really far forward. Now we can straighten up the back leg. Maybe even lift to the toe tips if you want more. Take a deep breath in. And then swivel to the right hand side. Left elbow outside of right knee. Pull the belly in firmly and start to slowly swivel your heart toward your thumbs. Lean the top shoulder back a little bit more and draw your right hip backwards. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. We're going to open up our arms, take an inhale. Warrior two, unravel. So the right arm comes all the way forward. Big windmill through the arms. And then sink into your warrior two, exhale. Flip to the sky, inhale, sweep up. Front elbow onto knee, extended side angle. So you can rest the elbow, but try not to hunch the shoulder to the ear. Press into the knee and take both shoulders behind you. Bend the top elbow slightly, roll it back. And then keep tucking the tail underneath you. Take a deep breath in. Roll your heart open to the sky and your breath out. Flip back to the sky. Inhale, sweep up. Keep the hips low. And cartwheel to side plank. So your left hand comes down, right hand comes up. Step that foot half of the way back to begin. And then come onto the side of the back foot. Press to both feet. Keep your hips high. And try not to let the underneath hip come out. Tuck it underneath you. Reach up, stretch up. Take a full deep breath in. And then back to your high plank. Hands flat, step back and lower. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And then back to low plank or earth. High plank, breath in. And downward facing dog, breath out. And down dog, always a slight bend of the knees so you can straighten the spine a lot more. One more inhale here. Exhale. Left leg to the sky, lift it up high, breath in. Knee to nose, come forward, squeeze and step. Crescent lunge, bent back knee, inhale to lift up. Hands to heart center, shoulders back, lean forward. Take another breath in, maybe lift to the toe tips of the back heel. And then swivel to the left hand side. Get a good grip elbow over knee. Press the elbow into the knee back into the elbow. And then try and swivel heart toward thumbs. Maybe eventually towards the sky. So leaning further and further back. But take a deep breath in. Long breath out. One more here. Open the wings out wide. Inhale. Warrior two. Right arm forward. Swivel. All the way around and then sink. Flip to the sky. Inhale, sweep up. And cartwheel, elbow to knee. Left hand up, right hand up to the sky. Bend the elbow slightly. Pull it back behind you. And then just watch this bottom knee doesn't creep in and the tailbone stick back. You're going to tuck your hips in and take that left knee wide. So take a full deep breath in. Little lower on the breath out. Flip back to the sky. Inhale. Stay deep in your lunge and tuck your tail as you move. And cartwheel to side plank. Right hand comes down, left hand up. Step that left foot just half of the way back. Reach up through the hips, reach up through the gaze. And press firmly the whole of the bottom hand down. Take another breath in, and then step it back for your high plank on your breath out. Push yourself forward, inhale, lower on the exhale. Inhale to cobra or up dog, and then back to low plank on the earth. High plank, breath in, and downward facing dog. Slide it back, breath out. Take a deep inhale, long exhale. Lift your heels, breath in. Bend your knees, breath out. Look forward, step or jump to the front. Take a halfway lift, lengthen. Bow yourself forward, exhale. Bring your big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. And we'll take an Utkatasana. So sinking the hips nice and deeply. Lifting the chest nice and high. Once again, hands to heart center. Swivel to the right hand side. You're going to take your hips back and down. Lift your chest forward and up. So what we want to avoid is this position, leaning forward with the hips high. So keep sinking low, lift high. You'll feel your quads get involved a lot more. Shuffle those knees back, take a full deep breath in, and then bow yourself forward, exhale to fold. Back to center, Utkatasana, inhale. Hands to heart and swivel to the left. Press the elbow to the knee, pull the belly in and swivel the heart up. Exhale there, pulling the belly in. Take a deep breath in, long breath out. One more inhale, bow yourself forward, exhale. Take a halfway lift, inhale to lengthen. One more time, Utkatasana, sink down, lift up. And from here, we're going to sink all the way down. So coming down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. That sticky one, you want to move through it a little quicker. Slow down, last 3, 2, and 1. Pop your hips down, shuffle your feet slightly further forward, and then hands behind the knees. You're going to lift up, ideally so you're flat in the lower back. What we want to avoid is this rounding position. So lift up, shoulders back, chest open. And then from here, Navasana, lean back a little, lift one foot off the floor. So that's your first modification. If you want to take it a little easier, if you want it a little harder, 2 feet. Harder still, hands out. Harder still, legs straight up to the sky. So you pick which one you're going to stick with. Pull the belly in, wrap your shoulders behind. Hold there for 5. For 4, try and get your ankles up to knee height. For 3. Just for 2. One more breath in, we're going to rock back and try and make it to Utkatasana. So hold your knees, flip your feet back to Utkatasana without the hands ideally. If you didn't quite manage it, we'll do it a few times. So we're going to come back. If you need your hands behind, do. Take a full deep breath in and then rock all the way back. Flip your feet like a child on the swing. Place them and use the momentum of your heart and your hands coming forward. 2 more times. Flick back. Utkatasana. Flip back. Utkatasana. My hold and meet there. For 5, 4, belly on, chest up. 3, 2. And then gently flowing forward, exhale. Give your head a gentle shuffle and your shoulders. And then we're going to take our crow pose. So bend into the knees. Your knees will come forward. Heels lift up high. We're going to take our hands wide like we would have for downward facing dog. Spread the fingers as wide as you can get them. And just shuffle the knees now onto the outside of the hands. So crow pose, you're going to lift your hips nice and high so that you can get your knees high onto the upper arms. So at least above the elbows, but into the underarms if you can. Once you've got them, nestle them as high as you can. Lean yourself forward. And notice how my elbows are still above my wrists, like in my plank pose. That's what you need. Look far forward so that you don't face plant, and then maybe lift one foot. Maybe pop it down, lift the other foot. Maybe you can try and lift both feet, big toes lift as well. Looking forward, holding there steady for 3. For 2, you can either gently come back and step back, or if you want more, jump it back to your low plank, sorry. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And then back to low plank or the earth. High plank, breath in. And downward facing dog, breath out. Take a deep inhale. Long exhale. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale, look forward, step or jump to the front. Take a halfway lift, lengthen. And bow yourself forward, exhale. Give yourself a shuffle once again, just softening through the neck muscles. And then we'll gently roll ourselves to standing. So take your time, bend the knees the whole journey. Rounding through the spine. Coming up gently to a standing position. We're going to move into just a balance here. You're going to take your right foot and pop it on top of the left knee. So I'll just turn to face you so you can see a little more clearly. On top of the knee, flex that foot back towards the knee and try and take this knee as far behind you as you can. So instead of being forward, you're going to roll it back. Hands coming to heart center and then gently start to sink. Keep the chest as lifted as possible. And it's like a single leg Utkatasana with this left leg. With the right one, we're stretching into this right hip. Sink as deeply as you can. Keep the hips low, and if you want more of a challenge, you're going to reach your hands for the earth. Make sure the left arm is in front of or inside of the foot. Either fingertips trying to reach to the earth, maybe knuckles reaching for the earth, maybe palms to the earth. If you've got them, you can start to come into the arm balance, hook the foot around the arm, lean forward once again, similar to crow, and you're going to lift that back foot. If you're just trying to reach for the earth and try and bend into the standing leg, get nice and deep. And gently come back up, hips last, so hands to heart, lift the chest, and then slowly rise everything else. Foot to the earth, hands to the sky. Inhale, sweeping open. And hands to heart center, exhale. To the other side, left foot comes up and open out. Flex the toes back towards you, and then sink yourself back and down. Keep the chest nice and lifted and high, so you're not crouching and crowding here. Slowly ease into it. We're just going to pause there for a breath or two, trying to work this left knee down to the earth. Flexing the toes so you protect the knee. Come a little bit deeper. Good. And then if you're ready, you can start to gently roll forward. Maybe let right arm definitely in front of or inside of the foot. Maybe fingertips down. If you've got that, maybe knuckles down. If you've got that, maybe hold hands down. And you'll have them like downward facing dog. So nice and wide, spread firmly. Make sure the L of the first finger and the thumb is always down. If you want to take it further, the knee rests above the elbow, just like crow, and this hook almost hooks around this arm. So try and give it a shot. You're going to lean yourself forward, hook the foot around the arm, and then gently start to swivel that back foot backwards until you can lift it off the floor. Keep looking forward. Take a full deep breath in, and then gently coming out on your exhale. Going to keep the hips low, lift the chest, pull the belly in, and then rising up. Good, hands to the sky, inhale to sweep up. And then we'll bow ourselves forward once again, exhale. Take a halfway lift, lengthen the spine, breath in. Hands flat, step or jump your way back to your high plank. Last one, so push it forward, take a breath in. We're going to slow lower this time for 10, 9, 8, 7, don't sag the hips, 6, 5, try not to hunch your shoulders, 4, 3, 2, gently to the earth on 1. Take the arms back behind you, point your toes, and then lifting just into a locust pose. Push your feet down, pull your belly in, rise your hands. If you want to, you can interlace them to get a little bit more stretch through the chest. Lift your heart. Pull the belly in rather than press it down, and make sure your feet are firm, kneecaps lift off the floor. Take another full deep breath in, and gently release on the exhale. Let your heels flop open, let your hands release, and your shoulders roll forward. Just take a breather there, take a full deep breath in. Long breath out. And just one more. We're going to take our hands flat to the earth this time, palms down. Bring the heels towards one another as you press your feet firm. Rising up, lifting up through the chest. Squeeze between the shoulder blades and imagine sliding your toes back and your heart forward. You're getting longer as well as high. Take another deep breath in and then slowly down on the exhale and just look the other way. Full inhale. Exhale. And then we're going to come back to the sky. So a great way to check whether you're doing the lift from the earth back up correctly is to try and do it slowly and minutely. So you're going to have your hands down, either side of your rib cage, tuck your toes, and if you're newer to the practice or you're finding you're still trying to build the strength, you're going to keep your knees down while you perfect it. Here, you're going to try and lift everything 1 inch. So what often happens if you're a little weaker is you lift the chest 1 inch, hips stay down, or you lift the hips and the chest stays down. Try and lift them both together, just 1 inch. Holding there for 3, 2, gently down. Just 1 inch, everything. So if you want it stronger, knees can be up, everything just 1 inch, hips and heart. And try not to lift all the way up here or back down here, even if the hips and chest are lifted. Try and lift them evenly, just 1 inch all the way along. So we'll do that one more time. So knees up, knees down, your choice. 1 inch, hips and heart. Holding for 3, 2, gently down on the exhale. We're going to come all the way up this time. So tuck in the toes, knees can stay down if you like. Come back to high plank. Lifting 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5, 6, 7, nice and smooth. Downward facing dog, stretch it back. Take a deep inhale. Long exhale. Take your right leg up to the sky. Inhale to lift it high. Bend the knee and roll open to the side. Make sure that top foot is flexed as you slowly roll open even more. Take another breath in. Pull the belly in firm as you slide yourself gently to half pigeon. So that right shin is going to come across the front of the mat. Right knee to right wrist. If you want to make this pose a little easier, if you've got tight hips, you bring this right foot back towards your left hip in a tight angle here between the thigh and the shin. If you want it more intense, if you've got more open hips, then you bring that shin more to parallel to the front of the mat. Lay both hips down, shuffle that left knee back, and then you might start with your elbows down, your chest square to the earth, and then start to lengthen your breath. Close your eyes, deep breath in. Long breath out. And then over time you might be able to widen the elbows. Bring your forehead to the back of the hands. As we lengthen the breath, we start to calm ourselves down, bring ourselves into the rest and digest state of the nervous system, which in turn then helps our muscles start to relax. You might bring your hands forward after that, forehead straight to the earth. And then try and move from a rounded position through the spine to more flatness. So you're going to lift your heart forward, flatten your heart down. And take a deep breath in. Long breath out. And then gently rising up through the chest. We're going to sweep the left leg around to the front. So sweep it all the way around. Move that right foot into your inner thigh. Inhale to lift up. And then swivel to the extended leg, hands either side, and start to bow yourself straight forward towards the toes. Inhale, lift your heart forward. And exhale, bow. If you can reach, you can start to reach the foot. Or a nice one for the spine, the right hand side of the spine. You can reach across, either to the outside of the calf, outside of the ankle, outside of the foot, and pull yourself a bit more into a little twist. We'll take a full deep breath in. Long breath out. And then gently rising up. You're going to take that right hand all the way up and plant it behind you for flash dance. With the left hand, the hips open up. And try and lift your right hip as much as your left. So everything's square to the sky, and then your head rolls back, reach back. Take another breath in, arc up as much as you can, and then gently release on the exhale. We'll cross that left foot in front, roll over the knees, and back to your downward facing dog. Tap the toes. Left leg rolls up to the sky, inhale. Bend the knee, roll open to the side. Keep your lower back firm, your belly on. Take a full deep breath in, and then send it forward for your half pigeon. Again, tailor as you need to. You might be different both sides of the hips. Lift your heart forward on your breath in, and then gently roll forward on your breath out. Start on your forearms. And here, if you inadvertently grip your teeth and grip the earth with your hands or clench your fists, anything like that, that tension is going to echo around the body. So see if you can soften face, hands, jaw. And over a little bit of time, you might be able to come a little deeper. And then maybe even deeper. One more breath in. Long breath out. And then rising up through the chest. Sweep the right leg this time around to the front. Bring the left foot into the inner thigh. Inhale to lift up tall. Swivel to the extended leg and then bow yourself forward. Straight forward. Left side of the chest as low as the right. Inhale to lift. Exhale to bow. And then that little twist optional at the end. You want to gently ease into that. You should feel that down the opposite side of the spine. Maybe the side waist, maybe the hip. And then gently rising up, take that left hand all the way up, nice big shoulder stretch. And then plant it down and flash dance. Lift your left hip as much as your right. Straighten out the right leg and then let the head hang reach back. Take a full breath in and then gently coming out on your breath out. We'll extend the legs forward this time and just coming final pose into Paschimottanasana. Hands to the sky, inhale, both legs straight out in front. And bow yourself forward, exhale. And then from here, nice and slowly rolling yourself back to Shavasana, pulling your belly in. When you get there, shuffle your shoulders underneath you, shimmy your hips. And then just allowing yourself 2 minutes here. Trying to keep aware of the breath for the entire time. Starting to deepen your breath. And breathing down to the fingers and the toes as you start to wiggle and move. And then take a nice big stretch up overhead. Point the toes forward, hunch your shoulders and pull them back and down. And then rolling over onto your right hand side. And we'll make our way up into a seated position. Taking our hands into heart center. Lifting up through the spine, take a full deep breath in. And then bow your head to the heart and to each other we say Namaste.